Good morning, Emerson. Today is Tuesday, October 21st. The annual Keene State Pumpkin Festival turned serious when riots broke out over the weekend. Claire Kerr will be bringing us more on that later.
And the Patriots had Sunday off after their Thursday night win, but it was a crazy week in the NFL. Logan Reaver will have your recap.
Good morning, Emerson. I'm Madeline Avery.
And I'm Mike Canalippo. Good morning.
Hi,
Happy
Mike.
Tuesday.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
It was a good weekend. How was yours?
It was great, but right now I'm a little discombobulated because for the first time in like 30 episodes ever, I'm sitting on this side of the couch and I literally don't know what to do with myself.
Mike is a creature of habit, so he doesn't like change.
Yes,
we're gonna force him to change so that we can.
Yeah, but, okay, I'm just going to sit over here. You talk about what needs to be talked about.
All right, well, later on in the show, Maggie Morlath is going to be bringing us some interesting news. If you've ever wondered why Bono from U2 wears those sunglasses all the time, there is actually a reason.
I happen to just think that he was being annoying, and he just purposely went out to annoy me for wearing sunglasses all the time. But now I kind of feel bad because there's an actual reason for it.
There is a reason, and Maggie's going to bring that later to us.
And you know what? Emerson's pretty good at film, right? And we have this whole new Emerson Los Angeles campus. Well, the two have met, and there's a film festival that Meredith Berry recapped for us, and faculty work gets involved, student work gets involved, and I don't really know much about it because I haven't been to Los Angeles yet, but Meredith will be able to tell us all about it.
Yeah, so we'll check that out later. And we also have Bridget Driscoll in studio today. She's our health and fitness correspondent, but she's going to be doing a health demo today, showing us some healthy food. It looks really yummy, so we're excited to do that later on.
Yeah, she had some Cliff Bar-like things that me and Christian are going to be making. I'm excited.
Yeah, she has some coconut water. I like coconut water. All right, Claire Kerr has been following the outbreak of Ebola in Nigeria for weeks, and she has some promising news for us. Claire?
Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with today's news. Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with today's news. Nigeria is officially free of Ebola. Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with today's news. Nigeria is officially free of Ebola. The World Health Organization confirmed yesterday it has been 6 weeks with no new cases. This is declared as a, quote, spectacular success story. The virus was first brought to Nigeria in July by a Liberian diplomat. The Ebola outbreak has killed more than 4,500 people in West Africa. European Union foreign ministers are now meeting in Luxembourg to discuss ways to strengthen their response to the Ebola virus. Here in the U.S., there are 8 confirmed cases. The 43 people who came in contact with Ebola victim Thomas Eric Duncan have all been declared clear. Violence occurred around the Keene Pumpkin Festival in New Hampshire on Saturday. Parties around Keene State College disrupted the community's annual pumpkin festival, where people try to set a world record for the largest number of carved jack-o'-lanterns. The Keene police chief says the college students exercised, quote, poor behavior. Police used tear gas and pepper balls in attempts to control the crowds. Students reportedly threw empty beer cans and bottles at police, along with rocks and other debris. No one was seriously injured. Police made 84 arrests over the weekend. Students involved faced disciplinary action from the college with possible expulsion. And human remains were found Sunday during the search for the missing University of Virginia student Hannah Graham. The Chesterfield Sheriff's Department and a small search team discovered the remains behind an abandoned home about 8 miles from where Hannah Graham was last seen last month. Investigators are working to confirm the identity of these remains. Officials say this process could take several days. Jesse Matthew is the only suspect in Graham's disappearance. He is being held in a Charlottesville jail and will have a hearing on December 4th. Well, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo may be running for president. This might make sense with his new book release, recent appearance on David Letterman, and high-profile trips overseas. Some experts say Cuomo's recent national media highlights could just be a way to improve his image after corruption allegations. Others say there is a good chance he is preparing for a future presidential campaign, perhaps even in 2016 if Clinton doesn't run. Cuomo said he intends to serve a full 4-year term if he is reelected for governor in November. Current polls show Cuomo with a double-digit lead. He has generated more than $35 million for his reelection, higher than any other U.S. governor. That's all the news I have for now. Back to Madeline and Mike on the couch.
Thanks. Now, we're both tri-state areas, so we know the Cuomos, you know? So is the Cuomo presidency a legitimate thing?
I mean, I really think it's a little premature to tell. The presidential election is 2 years away, but the signs are certainly pointing there. I think that he's going to wait to see what Hillary Clinton does, though.
Right. And there's a large possibility she will run, so I guess we'll have to wait on that and see.
I just learned that I can't fake a New York accent. I just have to do it. Just have to.
You tried.
Well, and Claire, that was some great news that you brought us about Nigeria being Ebola-free. Does that bring further hope for the cases in the U.S.?
I mean, like I said, 8 confirmed cases. I mean, you can count that on 2 hands. It's not that many. Yeah. And they are all contained. So the fear factor has really been heightened here, but just don't worry. I think it's going to be okay. And like I said before, worry about your flu shots. That's more relevant.
Great. Thanks so much, Claire.
You almost gave me a sip of your water bottle just a second ago, but got to worry about the Ebola. No, I got to tell you, this is the last weekend that may have been nice for the rest of the year. But honestly, like, I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, so that may not be true. So let's toss it off to someone who does know what she's talking about, Lauren Fox.
Yesterday was one of the coldest days we've had in a while with lows in the mid-40s. What makes that fall chill even more pleasant?
We're sorry, we have some technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to Lauren. But let's talk a little bit about Bradley Cooper and Jimmy Fallon, because I was home this weekend, and this is what happened. My friend is looking at me, it's Friday night, and he's like, Mike, what is like this interview process actually like? And I'm like, well, they need to keep a good, decent amount of humor while also getting the point across as to what would happen. You know, as to what.
Talk about something.
Exactly.
Talk about. I mean, you know, most celebrities are coming on those shows for a reason. They need to talk about a movie that's coming up, something that they're doing. You know, press, getting out there. And
right. And here's the thing. Right after I said that to my friend, the craziest interview I've ever seen in my life. Check this out. This is Jimmy Fallon and Bradley Cooper, 6 minutes with visors on, with fake hair, literally not talking about anything.
They just laughed the entire time.
They just laughed the entire thing. I think we have some video actually to show exactly what went down. Hopefully we'll be able to show that. But then after that, after Jimmy Fallon's falling on the floor, Bradley Cooper is just standing up saying, I can't believe this. He's like tried to fake the entire thing, saying that we need to regroup, we need to do this over, but yet they kept it all in the show.
No,
so I want to ask you, did you ever break on camera?
I actually have definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I think like I can't contain my laughter, and if something's funny, I have to laugh. So for sure, I have. But also, this is actually interesting. The video that we're watching right now is from later on in the show. They had an egg roulette, as Jimmy likes to call it, where they smashed hard-boiled eggs or raw eggs on their forehead. It was a nail-biting thing. I was actually watching the video and I was like, oh my God, like what's going to happen?
Competitive.
Bradley was smashing a lot of hard-boiled eggs. He was clearly in the lead.
Yeah,
and then they actually they kind of fell on the sword together, smashed some raw eggs on their heads to end it.
And it came down to the last 2 eggs. And he's played that game before, but nothing had me laughing quite as hard as that was. And now I think we're going to be able to toss it back to Lauren Fox. No, we're going to actually go to commercial.
Yeah. When we come back, we will get Lauren Fox in the studio. We'll have some sports, some entertainment, and much, much more. Stick around.
We promise we're going to get you, Lauren. We promise.
See, Mike, I think I know what happened.
What?
I think that Lauren Fox is so pretty, she actually broke the camera and the audio. But now we fixed everything up, and we're going to send it over to Lauren.
She's not that pretty anymore, so she's not going to break it.
Thanks, guys. I'm sure that was it. So let's get back to today's weather, shall we? So yesterday was one of the coldest days we've had in a while, with lows in the mid-40s. What makes the fall chill more pleasant? Heavy rain, so get ready for that. Today marks the beginning of our first 3-day long nor'easter, so expect to be in a wet weather rut until Friday. Today will be cloudy with an expected high of 63 degrees. With a 50% chance of precipitation, at least we are easing ourselves into what will be a very rainy next couple of days. Tonight, that chance of rain is expected to increase to 70% with lows in the lower 40s. That sun will set at around 5:50 this evening, so don't be surprised when you come out of your 4 o'clock class and it's already dark out. That 70% chance of rain will continue into tomorrow with an expected high of 59. Heavier rain is expected tomorrow evening into Thursday, so try to stay indoors if you can tomorrow night. The rest of this week's 5-day forecast is just what you would expect from a fall nor'easter, but with a happy ending. On Thursday, there will be a 50% chance of rain with an expected high of 59 degrees. On Friday, that chance of rain drops to 30% with another expected high of 59. The rain will finally taper off on Friday night, leading into a partly sunny Saturday with highs in the mid-60s. Just another reason to look forward to the weekend. The heaviest rainfall will be between Tuesday and Thursday, with up to 2 inches of rain expected. Don't let the forecast get you down, because we've had much worse here in New England. We're just lucky this precipitation is rain and not snow. Hang in there, everyone, and I'll see you on Thursday. Back to you, Mike and Madeline.
Thanks so much. Now, it was a great Sunday for sports because my Miami Dolphins won, and Ryan Tannehill looks so good. He's on his way to being the greatest quarterback of all time. I know you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, but the truth is that Ryan Tannehill has no chance of being the greatest quarterback of all time. But somebody who does is Peyton Manning, and Logan Reaver will recap his performance for you.
Number 18 is now number 1. Peyton Manning is now the all-time leader in passing touchdowns. Late in the first half of Sunday night's game against the Niners, Manning found the athletic freak Demaryius Thomas on an 8-yard score and then propelled him to 509 touchdowns in his unforgettable career. Brett Favre, the previous record holder with 508, had held the record for the last few years now, but with the pace and tear that Peyton has been on, it was only a matter of time. He finished the night with another TD, giving him 4 on the night and 510 in his career. The Favre's congratulatory message to Manning, he mentioned the hashtag #OnTo600. Now that seems so outlandish to think about. This guy tossed 55 touchdowns last year. He's not slowing down anytime soon. He's going to have this record forever, in my opinion, because it just continues to grow and grow and grow some more. I personally respect Peyton as much as any player that has ever come through this league, and this record embodies all the work he puts into his craft. From the uncanny amount of hours he prepares and studies for games to the meticulous way he reads defenses in games and audibles, making magic out of almost every play. This man has been so steady his whole career, and it never goes unnoticed. You're very deserving, Peyton, and congratulations on making your stamp on this league even more ginormous than it already is. Well, please raise your hand if you predicted this. Royals, Giants, World Series. What? I still can't wrap my head around it. Clearly the Giants are more established in October than a Sam Adams beer. The Royals haven't been anywhere near here since 1985, the same year Mike Ditka was winning a Super Bowl. But Ditka is alive and well, and so is this ball club. They haven't lost a postseason game yet and are being fueled by Eric Hosmer, who needs a fire extinguisher, having the best postseason of anyone this year, almost batting at .500. The defense is unbelievable, sensational plays on an inning-to-inning basis. Who can slow these guys down? Well, ironically enough, this is the only team I truly believe can knock these guys off their high horses. The Giants are looking for their 3rd title in 5 years, and that's for a reason. They play lights out in the biggest moments. This is a dynasty for crying out loud. They're battle-tested, which is what gives them the ultimate edge in this series. So what's my pick? Well, I said this last show, the team to last win all their playoff games before heading into the World Series with the 2007 Rockies. How'd that series go? Swept by the Sox. Yeah, so even if you're as hot as a Maxim model, you aren't invincible by any means. Give me the Giants in 6. It should be an outstanding series. People are saying the Chargers are the best team in the league. And by people, I mean San Diegans. Is that right, Ron Burgundy? With Phillip Rivers playing at a very high level and finding more explosive players like Brandon Oliver and others on the defensive side, it's a good case to make. But then Kansas City came to town. First play of the second quarter is Jamal Charles making a few moves, being all elusive like he is, cutting back, trying to find his way to the goal line, and then bang, lit up by his former teammate Brandon Flowers. They tie up the game at 7 right there. We jump to late in the first half when it is Phillip Rivers looking for his BFF and former basketball players, Antonio Gates, who finally gets the concentration to make an amazing catch. Chargers take the lead right before the half, and then to the fourth when it is Alex Smith looking for the man amongst boys, Anthony Sherman, who makes a few moves and bulldozes his way into the end zone. He's a man, you're a boy, he's going to get that touchdown. And then in the fourth, again, it is Cato Santos, who can curve a bullet, and he can also curve a football. That's your ball game, 23-20, an unreal finish to an unreal game. Just goes to show you got to show up every week in this league to get a W. Can never overlook anybody, and especially not a team whose city is in the World Series right now. Kansas City, stand up. That's triple zeros for me. Back to you guys.
Kansas City, stand up.
You tried.
Thanks, Logan. Now, we just have a quick question for you. Do you view Peyton Manning as one of the football greats?
The GOAT. He's the GOAT.
He's definitely one of the greatest of all time. Now, my thing with Peyton is that he was so good in the regular season, but he just hasn't left his stamp. He has one Super Bowl ring, but not as great of an impact in the postseason, but definitely regular season-wise, best ever.
Come on. He's the GOAT. Postseason, regular season, he's the GOAT.
I like Peyton. All right,
Whatever.
Thanks so much, Logan.
Listen, I want to go to Los Angeles in the fall of next year. So here's Meredith Berry to show us a little bit about what's going on right now in Emerson, Los Angeles.
Ever, the 14th annual Emerson Los Angeles Film Festival will be held here at the Emerson Los Angeles Center. Opening night was last night. Let's take a look inside.
During the two-day event, Emerson's brightest up-and-coming filmmakers showcased their films. The Los Angeles Center was transformed to host the festival, and of course there were treats and snacks, including a hot dog stand and a popcorn machine. There was an animation workshop for kids led by the animators of BoJack Horseman. They taught kids how to make animated flip books. It was an all-day cinematic affair. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 author Micah Wright discussed the blurring lines between film and video games. And the future of film was touched upon in discussions about 4K technology and diversity in show business.
Hold this festival, which is now in its 14th year, in our own building, in our own space, and to be able to expand it and provide demonstrations, workshops, for the first time a alumni film competition.
And the winner is Alone with People. Dear Van Steenbergen and Kim Marcus.
Thank you. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
And the winner of the Best Student Film was Dane Schubert for his personal documentary on being sane. I spoke with Dane about what winning $2,000 would mean to him.
Well, right now that would mean pretty much the entire world to me. My car broke down a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to visit my girlfriend in Budapest. We've been apart for about a year, so it would probably make everything for me.
For Emerson College, from the Emerson Los Angeles Center, I'm Meredith Berry.
Go to Los Angeles. Look, it's Christian Mudrick. He kicked Maddie off the couch, and now he's here. Why are you here?
Well, we are here today to talk about Quinn Marcus, who is an Emerson alum, who's on our campus right now, and she's having a show on tomorrow. Wednesday
at 8 p.m. in the Semel Theater.
Yeah.
Check your notes.
I'm so sorry.
Well, here's the thing about Quinn Marcus. If you don't know Quinn Marcus, it's confusing to me that you don't know Quinn Marcus.
Absolutely.
Because she's one of those Emerson alum that
succeeded right off the gate.
Right, and you didn't go to school with her, right?
She
graduated before you got here.
Correct.
But yet you still knew
I
who
knew
Quinn Marcus
who she is, and
Quinn
I met her
Marcus
before.
has like an aura to her.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to hopefully
Really
watch this
rock
and like
the
really
stage.
love that I'm saying this right now. But yeah, right? While still in college, she was on MTVU doing her show Quinterviews, which are kind of just man on the street interviews that turned into celebrity interviews.
And now she's doing Girl Code, and she has this one-woman show that she'll be performing, like we said, in the Semmel Theater at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and it's called Chasing Ballerinas, and it's about her coming out in the South. She grew up in Atlanta, so it's her experience coming out, and she actually turned it into a movie, which is called Alone with People. So
the movie has to do with the show. It's
like an adaptation of the show,
Okay.
and she's actually going to be performing the one-woman show and then screening the movie in the Semmel, and it's a free ticket, so you just arrive and come, but it's first come, first serve.
Do you know if Chasing Ballerinas is free in the Semmel Theater?
Yes.
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 Maybe.
Yes, it is.
Maybe, but,
No, it's
it
first
doesn't
come,
matter.
first serve.
First, anyway, it's Quinn Marcus, so you want to go see it anyway. She was a member of This Is Pathetic. I think that she's actually
she's doing a
performing with
reunion
them.
show with them.
Yeah, exactly. That's great entertainment news on Emerson's campus, but what about the entertainment news around the world? Maggie, toss it. Toss it.
Thanks so much, guys. We've certainly seen the 50 Shades of Bono over the years, but why exactly is a superstar always sporting those sunglasses? Well, on the Graham Norton Show on BBC America, U2's Bono admitted that he has dealt with glaucoma for the past 20 years. The condition makes the singer sensitive to light, which finally explains why he wears sunglasses outside, inside, day, and night. So he's not too cool for school, but he does have a disorder that could potentially cause blindness. Have no fear, everyone's favorite Irish philanthropist frontman is receiving treatment and doing just fine. I'm just glad we're finally finding out about Bono's mysterious ways. And the people of San Francisco will never be Royals. That is, as long as the Giants are playing the Kansas City Royals in the World Series. Two of San Francisco's radio stations are removing Lord's Royals from their playlists as it has become a bit of an anthem for the Kansas City team. The stations KFOG and KOIT are removing the song in response to complaints from listeners. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, a Kansas City radio station has pledged to play Royals every hour on the hour. The ban in San Fran will last till the end of the series, but depending on the outcome, the city may not be singing Lord's lyrics again anytime soon. The former White House intern that Bill Clinton did not have sexual relations with is hitting social media. That's right, Monica Lewinsky has joined Twitter with her first tweet reading #HereWeGo, most likely in preparation for the negativity the notorious intern will receive. But facing her haters seems to be why Monica is stepping back into the spotlight. Yesterday, she made her first public speech in 13 years at the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit to introduce her campaign against cyberbullying. Monica claimed she was one of the first victims of cyberbullying, having been lambasted by the media after her questionable sexual acts with President Bill Clinton back in 1998. Her name has been the butt of many jokes for years. I mean, even Beyonce turned her name into a verb. But I think it's time we finally listen to what the lady in the little blue dress has to say. And Buffy fans are going berserk. Their beloved Nicholas Brendan has been arrested in Boise. The actor who played Xander Harris on Buffy the Vampire Slayer was in Boise for the Tree City Comic Con and caused quite a disturbance in the lobby of a hotel downtown. Brendan was apparently intoxicated, broke a decorative dish, and resisted the arresting officers. He had accidentally mixed his pain meds with alcohol, but did take credit for the outburst, calling it embarrassing and unacceptable. While it's not totally clear why he caused a scene after Comic-Con, I'm guessing it's because Buffy ended a decade ago and all Brendan is doing are panels at Comic-Con. This has been Maximo with all the entertainment news you need to know.
Thanks so much, Maggie. Now, Maggie, I have kind of a problem with this Royals San Francisco story because doesn't the song lyrics go, "and we'll never be Royals"? So why is it banned? I don't understand.
That's exactly what I was
Do you think this is like a little extreme?
Right, so the lyrics are, "we'll never be Royals," and "we don't care, it's whatever." You would think that Kansas City would be using this
pump
song.
up anthem. Like it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, you'd think that San Francisco would be using the song against Kansas City, but no, they're banning it. They want to hear nothing of it. So I think it's a little bit silly, but it'll just last about a week.
Well, thanks so much, Maggie. All right, well, I'm going to send it over to my two favorite co-hosts who are standing with Bridget Driscoll doing our health and fitness demo. Guys, what do you have for me?
Oh, that's so
Your
nice. that we're your
favorite, I know. I'm blushing. But now we're joined with Bridget Driscoll, our wonderful health and fitness correspondent, who's going to show us how to make some healthy snacks on the go.
Yeah, so I brought some healthy snacks from around campus. So some of these are from CVS right down the street, and those apples are from MCAF, and they also have them at the DH.
Apples.
So these are just things that you can take with you during the day to just like boost your
Snack
energy.
on, you know,
just
enjoy
healthy
during
snacks
class.
because they're kind of hard to find on campus.
Apples?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, because people drop them.
Yeah, exactly, because Kristen's throwing them everywhere. So yeah, apples are really great because the skin is full of fiber, so that's a really good energy boost during the day. And then I just have some healthy hydration options.
Okay.
So coconut water, I don't know if you've had it before.
No, I haven't, but I've heard a
it's
lot.
good things.
It's really good, and
things.
it comes in all different flavors, and it has a lot of potassium in it. So it's kind of like, it has, I think, like 22 times as much.
More potassium than a banana. Don't tell the monkeys.
Don't tell
it
them.
says it
Yeah.
on there.
So it's like natural Gatorade.
And then what do we have here? This little protein shake.
Yeah, a strawberry protein shake.
That it has like, look at all the ingredients.
25 grams of protein. Hey,
I know Emerson's a
Zinc.
big fan of naked juices.
Here's the thing. I just recently got a D on my food and nutrition midterm. So like I need to find a way to impress Kim Dong and say that, you know what, I really,
She's
you know,
listening.
Oh yeah, she's watching.
I need a way to show her that I really am a healthy person. I live a healthy lifestyle. So I know you have something here for us to make.
Yeah,
You trying to butter up your teacher with granola bars.
That's the way I've lived my life. If you're not buttering up your teacher with making granola bars, then you're not doing it right, okay?
Yeah,
I guess
awesome.
not.
So we just have some really easy ingredients to mix together to make your own granola bars. So all you're going to need is some oatmeal, some peanut butter, and some raisins. You can also use chocolate or nuts, pretty much anything.
Or craisins.
Or craisins.
We're getting into this, right?
Yes.
We're doing this.
So I'll show you guys how to make it. So you're going to take your oatmeal and you're just going to do about 3 scoops, which is like half a cup.
Is this to make, how many bars are we making with this?
This is for the 5 that we have here.
Oh, so 3 scoops will make 5 bars.
This will keep you going for like the whole week.
Wow.
Absolutely, one a day.
And it's cheap too.
Yeah, all of this was probably under $5 and it will last you the whole week. And then you're going to do 1 scoop of peanut butter.
Okay.
So it's about 1/4 of a cup.
That's 1 serving of peanut butter, I think.
We're gonna get
You
in
can do a
over
little bit more
here.
too.
Yeah, I love
you can,
peanut butter.
You can, it's kind of hard to mix with a spoon, so it's a great opportunity to get messy. And Mike, I know you're
Go ahead,
you're ready
you go for
that.
it.
Cool.
Hop in.
Well, there's still raisins to be had.
Raisins are gross.
No, raisins are delicious. Yeah, wait. I'll have the coconut water if you eat a raisin.
Okay.
That's a good deal.
Raisins are nature's reject.
Yeah, so you're just gonna mix it up.
Oh, and you put a yogurt ball
I
in
threw
there too?
1 yogurt ball in there.
Okay.
Just 1. Okay, wait. This is
We
disgusting.
can add more peanut butter.
Raisins are wonderful. Oh God, I'm making such a. When have I ever done a demo where I don't make a complete
I just
mess?
swallowed it with my hands. Honestly, I'm glad that. Oh, here she is.
Yummy, right?
Yeah,
I was
let's
just-
put the finished product in place.
I was just about to say, I was glad you weren't here, getting your Ebola
Perfect,
in the
same
granola
thing.
bars.
That looks so
Ebola.
good.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
You
What
just
do
have to
do
like
after?
it takes work. You
That's
gotta
Yeah,
put
you have
love
to
into it.
you have to like form it. You got to make like a good bar shape.
Well, Mike
Yeah, but
is
this
not
looks-
known to be a cook, so.
Can I try that? Can I try that? Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But let me try this. Okay.
He was the original.
We have to
Oh, wait,
end this
here.
show. Somebody end this show.
Well, join us on Thursday when I will actually be sitting down with Quinn Marcus.
Do I really? Do I have
Drink
to?
it. Drink it.
It's good.
We'll be back on Thursday.